guys, I'm just doing a little quick test video on a little mod pack that I just finished making. It's for 1.11 and it's a little bit loud. Just a second. Blocks, that should do it. Yeah, so basically this is 1.11. It's got some basic mod support, really. Like you can see I got a map, just enough items. I've got just enough buttons over here, which is very handy. I've got some textured out things here, so I might have to do something about that. Vanilla nether ores, we've got furnaces, we've got a biome compass, clipboard, a couple of random things, the iron chest and better furnaces. So nothing too major has been added to the game. It's mostly just overlay features and a couple of like structural things in the game mostly. And this terrain is, I gotta admit, it's pretty impressive. This terrain is one of the customized presets. I think it's the second one, which is like really Island, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah. So I haven't used any mods to set up this land terrain. Just gonna grab these items and have a look around for a bit. So one thing that I do have that's probably considered the most OP, it's just for ease of access for me. There's a mod that gives me in-game commands. You know, like on a PvP server, you've got things like TPA and stuff like that. It's basically what I have, but it's really just for single player, not for a server. So one of the abilities is to fly. Yep. There's a lot of other commands. Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, so 1 to 13. Let's just do a random help. 7. Yeah, so there's commands that are not normally in the game. I'm pretty sure by default it only goes to 7, but in this it goes almost double. Let's go 10. Alright, so you can spy. Not sure what that does. Spying is turned on. Interesting. No idea what that does. Repair. Oh, that actually. Can you see how my axe is broken? Repaired my axe. Alright, so yeah, it's just basic commands. Or yeah, moderately OP. I wouldn't call them OP tools or anything like that. I guess if you're trying to do hardcore, you probably wouldn't use these. It'd be definitely cheaty. But for survival, well, just for the sake of this video, I'm having a look around. It's quite convenient. Got Optifine installed as well, just to help with my my rendering, because my computer's not all that great. It's a little bit shaky just doing this. And there's here's a list you can go through. I'll go through slowly so you can have a good look. It's basically the mod list that I'm using. Very, very basic stuff. Oh yeah, that's right, I got a flesh to leather. I must have missed that. Oh, well, I guess flesh to leather wouldn't really show since they're already in the game. Yeah, so most things are just vanilla tweaks. I mean, this is a pretty good base pack. Like, if you want to expand off 1.11, this pack is pretty much the way to start off if you did want to expand, because these are fairly basic things. There's no info. I may actually get rid of that mod. I don't particularly need it, but for the sake of the video, we'll just leave it. leave it as is for now. If I do start a series, that probably won't be in it. I am thinking about it. I've actually decided that I want to go back to the basics, just like the core game, but just with a bit of mod support. Yeah, so that is the reason I'm doing this video, is to give you an idea of what I've come up with and how I'm going to be playing. It'll be a bit different if I'm playing a series. Like, I'll be playing fairly legit. I'm not just going to fly around all the time and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully this looks good. It feels fairly stable. The terrain that I'm using is a little bit more chunky than usual, so it does load a little bit lower. You can see I've got the FPS on my minimap. I've set my max to 120. It's not quite reaching it because there's quite a bit to load. I'm on, I think, 8 chunks. Yeah, 8 chunks. I've done up all my settings about as good as I can get. Oh, I have something to show you. Check this out. So at night time, switch to night. Control C puts me in cheat mode. I'm gonna get a torch real quick. I'll show you something really interesting. Alright, so 1 torch, that's all I need. And check this out. So go to nighttime. It gets insanely dark in this pack. It's because I'm using the hardcore darkness mod. So playing this in hardcore will be definitely a challenge. But of course with Optifine it comes with dynamic light, so it's not going to be too difficult. It's just you're not going to be able to see very far. So I thought that'd make it a bit more interesting, for sure. Alright, I think I've covered, whoa doggy. Okay, so I've got WIT, which means what is that? So you can see what I'm looking at, the mod and HP. It's fairly basic. I think if you hold crouch, it tells you. No, not really. Okay. Ah, yeah, there you go. Harvest with axe. So it's got like a kind of whaler harvest ability built in, but it doesn't just display automatically. Oh, crap. Let's just go ahead and put that down. I haven't actually tested this, but I'm pretty sure this will break down the entire tree. Yep. So it's like tree capitator. Let's put that magnet on. And what happens if I do this? Does it kill the dogs? Yeah, it does. Okay, shit. So I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to test it, but it does kill all animals. Ouch. Okay. I probably won't. I'll probably get rid of that icon. You can actually customize which. Change it to daytime. There we go. So yeah. That's just a basic run through on this pack that I've put together. I made it on Curse just because Curse is so easy to make a mod pack. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I've given it a name. Basically MC 1.11 Essentials. I believe I did have another name for it, but it's not as developed. But yeah. Vanilla Essentials, that's right. So it's a bit more like vanilla. It doesn't have the fly commands or anything like that. It's more by the book, you could say. But yeah, I think if I was going to do a series, I would be using this pack. I just wouldn't be using the like the cheat mode here. I probably wouldn't be using that. Yeah. Anyway, it's enough rambling for me. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, especially a series on this. So I'm looking forward to doing that for sure. Alright guys, catch you later. Peace.